called something called Postwal sample paper. It gives you a rough idea exactly how the questions would be. And you practice. At least the where I always feel the children start losing marks, that is your writing skills. So on the writing skills, you need to concentrate a lot. You need to write more. And to write better, you have to read also. At times, it's required. And you guys can, even your scientific magazines and all, which is of your taste. For example, there is a magazine called Down to Earth. Have you heard of the name? Anybody? No, not even heard the name. Okay. Now online, I know you guys are more tech savvy than me. I'm like totally low intelligence on that. So, but all of you are very prompt. You know the computer inside out. And Drisham is also smiling. Arav is smiling. Everybody is giving me those looks. Oh, a dumb teacher. Okay, but now don't worry. I'm keeping pace with the in all of you, and that's how I when I'm doing it online, and I'm like read a book called it's a journal. It's called Down to Earth. I'll tell you something. We'll begin on that particular thing. I'm not a science student myself. I've been throughout humanities, like I said last time. Now, I got to know something which I learned from that Down to Earth magazine, and that was quite a few years back, 6 years back. If you guys are familiar with a place called Gazipur Mandi, have you heard of all of you? In Delhi only, near Ghaziabad. There's a place called Gazipur Mandi. Now, they used to have dump, those garbage dump, huge mounds. If you ever cross Yamuna and move towards Ghaziabad side, you can never miss out that dump. And this I read in Down to Earth. This comes out from a what do you call the Center for Environmental Studies. Center for Environmental Studies. You guys, after your graduation, also you can apply there and become apprentice. What is an apprentice? Can anybody tell me? Who's an apprentice? Apprentice. Tomorrow you all will become apprentices. Tell me, what is the meaning of
Who's
apprentice?
working for experience under some like experienced person.
Excellent, excellent. Somebody who is an intern, somebody who's assisting a
Amateur.
senior. Yes, yes. Somebody who's assisting a senior person. This word you're going to come across in your this book also. So many places you'll come across this word. Apprentice is somebody who's an intern, somebody who's working for an experienced person and gaining experience and expertise. So that is how this person, or it's so important. Now, I had learned it from that particular place, and you can apply there after your science. See, always you look for career options. These are places which you can, as science students, look for career option as well. Now, Down to Earth magazine, I had read about this in Gazipur Mandi. There was a sudden, there was a disappearance of eagles. Eagles, all of you know, the bird, right? Huge birds and all that. And it was something very surprising. The entire authorities went into a shock kind of thing that because eagles and vultures are required because it to need to clean up the places all around. Now they were disappearing at such a fast rate that they were not able to decipher why. Now they started finding out, research work was carried out, and it was found out that these eagles died because of eating carcasses. What is carcasses? Dead bodies of the animals.
Some dead
The
remains of animals.
Yes, yes. So they died because of that. And who were the dead animals? You can say the buffaloes, the you call the cows who roam around the street, the abandoned ones, the all these kind of abandoned animals who have no use later. The people just throw them in the open. You must be seeing they cross the road and all that. Sometimes you'll find horses also. Now why so? There is something called जिसको ये हिंदी में हम बोलते हैं बेटा नाल पैर में नाल लगाते हैं ना देखना when you have those animals wild animals they don't have it but the domesticated ones who are used to carry or ferry across things they put iron those shoe horn kind of thing on their feet.
Some horseshoes.
or
Yes,
shoes.
yes. Now, to put them, it is very painful. Now, because it is painful, what did they do? They gave them diclofenac injections. Aceclofenac, diclofenac, they are heavy painkillers. Even human beings are given painkillers in the same manner, but they are given in large quantity so that they don't feel that pain. And that's why they pump it and they nail the whole thing in their feet and everything. Now, when they died because of their that content of diclofenac in their body, and then the eagles and all they feed on them, that is the reason they died. So the connection, just see how huge connection that entire thing was. And a person who's an humanities student, for me, it was a shocker. I could not believe a simple painkiller was so dangerous. It is a simple diclofenac which is so dangerous that it wiped out the entire population of eagle for some time from Gazipur. Fine. So that is something I studied there. So read at least one journal, one magazine, something extra. I know, but there's no time. At times you might argue with me, ma'am, we are science students, we don't have time. But that's no excuse. Just one, at least one magazine of your interest, be it sports magazine. Boys would agree with me, sports is in. See, even like, let me tell you whether you believe it or not. I was a football player myself, though I look like a football nowadays. But there was a time I did play. I did play for 14 years. So you have to believe it. Okay. When your teacher is saying she's not lying, she used to play that. And when I used to do that, even now, sports is something which interests me, and especially football. When Manchester United plays and there is a fight, there is a war, I think all boys can relate to it, right? And I'm up to it. Like, I'm also like, I have to fight it out. And the same manner, different clubs people have. And I read a lot about their lives as well. So many things, so many things. So read about them. And you would ask, ma'am, why? Because the vocabulary, the use of language, that is very important. When you speak, unless and until you study more, you will not speak very good, right? To speak better, you need to read more also. If you guys are interested in unwinding, meaning relaxing, rejuvenating, read a novel, a good novel, maybe related to science, that will help you out. And or else at least a magazine, be it sports magazine, beta, it will unwind you, it will settle you, it will relax you. Read them. IPL. Oh God, what a war starts the moment IPL starts. Same with the football clubs and all that. Same kind of thing, same passions, and it depends on us, like whichever sports we are fond of. And everybody has their own likes and passions and all. Pursue that, but read a little. And you would be wondering, why is ma'am giving me such a lecture in the morning instead of teaching? But the fact remains that is required at times. Unless and until I tell you what to read and guide you, you would also not know. And the person, now coming to the point, the person who initiated me into good books was first my grandfather and then my grandmother. So that is why I said that why is it required? Why is it that I'm talking about all this? See, my grandmother was not very educated. She just, I think, passed 10th standard. That's it. Grandfather was an IPS, so but that's different. But grandmother was not very educated. But still, she said the mistakes, the lacunas, meaning shortcomings that I have, you guys should not have. So जो मुझ में कमियां थी आप पूरी करें. You read, you study, take up things, read more, and like last time I was telling about my brother and sister passing out from IIT Kharagpur and all that. I've seen them studying better simple magazines, which are those if you have heard the name Frontline, Outlook, India Today. They were
Yes,
very
ma'am.
regular. Yes, regular reading them. It helps you. Even now, I see my brother reading something called The Economist. The Economist. Why? Because he's nowadays an investment banker. So when you do that, you need to know all these things. You cannot superficially talk sense. You have to read more. So at least one magazine, take up today only and read it. If you would have been a biology student or a medicine student, I would have said, read a journal called, which is published from John Hopkins University. Very enriching, very. You learn a lot, the language also, because as I said, English is a language you cannot get away from. It is there, global language, wherever you move out, there is no escape route. So let's do it. Now, on that note, let's start off. We have Kanak, we have Vanshika, we have Rishabh. I'm just naming randomly, like one pages, you are going to read the whole chapter. One page, say, let's start with Arav first, and then maybe Aryan, Rishabh, Kanak will do, Tashwat. Tashwat, you are there. So at least 3, 4 children I would need. Don't wait for my directions. I'm displaying the thing of the PDF on the screen. I'm sharing it with you. Read one page and first complete the chapter, and then we go into the explanation, right? Okay. Now you guys have your own hard copy if you have, or else you can, what I'm sharing on screen, you can always, and one of you after seeing, just confirm if you are able to see
Yes,
the
mom, it's
chapter.
visible.
It's visible? Excellent.
Yes, mom.
So one by one page is easy. Just the full page in the front, then one by one, and then complete. Yes, The Portrait of a Lady by Kushwant Singh. Start reading it. Start reading with that.
Ma'am,
Rishabh, you read.
Arav should start.
Yeah, Arav, start, beta. Then Arav, then one by one others follow. Aryan, Kanak also, Ashwat. Mantelpiece, beta. Mantelpiece. I'll explain that, don't worry. Mantelpiece. Fable, beta. Fables. Fables are basically those mythical stories which are given. So fables. Please continue. Please continue till known her. Next page, known her. Yeah. Chris Cross, as we had known her. Yeah, from here, Aryan, please start, beta.
So terribly old that she could not have grown older and had stayed at the same age for 20 years. She could never have been pretty, but she was always beautiful. She hobbled about the house in spotless white with one hand resting on her waist to balance her stoop and the other telling the beads of her rosary. Her silver locks were scattered untidily on her pale, puckered face, and her lips constantly moved in inaudible prayer. Yes, she was beautiful. She was like the winter landscape in the mountains, an expanse of pure white serenity, breathing peace and peace and contentment. My grandmother My grandmother and I were good friends. My parents left me with her when they want to live in the city, and we were constantly together. She used to wake me up in the morning and get me ready for school. She said her morning prayer in a monotonous sing-song while she bathed and dusted me in the hope that I would listen and get to know it by heart. I listened because I loved her voice but never bothered to learn it. Then she would fetch my wooden slate which she had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk, a tiny earthen ink pot and a red pen. The red pen tied them all in a bundle and handed it to me. After a breakfast of a thick stale chapati with a little butter and sugar spread on it, we went to school. She carried the several stale chapatis with her for the village dogs. My grandmother always went to school with me because the school was attached to the temple. The priest taught us the alphabet and the morning prayer, while the children sat in rows on either side of the veranda singing the alphabet or the prayer in a chorus. My grandmother sat inside reading the scriptures. When we had both finished, we would walk back together. This time the village dogs would meet us at the temple door. They followed us to our home, growling and fighting with each other for the chapatis we threw to them. When my parents were comfortably settled in the city, they sent for us. That was a turning point in our friendship. Although we shared the same room, my grandmother no longer came to school with me. I used to go to an English school in a motor bus. There were no dogs in the streets, and she took to feeding sparrows in the courtyard of a city house. As the years rolled by, we saw less of each other. So sometimes she continued to wake me up and get me ready for school. When I came back, she would ask me what the teacher had taught me.
That's it. Kanak, read from here, beta.
I would tell her English words and little things of Western science and learning, the law of gravity, Archimedes' principle, the world being round, etc. This made her unhappy. She could not help me with my lessons. She did not believe in the things they taught at the English school and was distressed that there was no teaching about God and the scriptures. One day I announced that we were being given music lessons. She was very disturbed. To her, music had lewd associations. It was the monopoly of harlots and beggars and not meant for gentlefolk. She said nothing, but her silence meant disapproval. She rarely talked to me after that. When I went up to university, I was given a room of my own. The common link of friendship was snapped. My grandmother accepted her. Sec- se-
Accepted.
Ma'am, she
Accepted.
accepted her.
No, beta, not accepted. Accepted.
Accepted her seclusion
Uh,
with
seclusion.
resignation.
Yes.
Seclusion with resignation. She rarely left her spinning wheel to talk to anyone. From sunrise to sunset, she sat by her wheel, spinning and reciting prayers. Only in the afternoon she relaxed for a while to feed the sparrows. While she sat in the veranda, breaking the bed into tiny bits, hundreds of little birds collected around her, creating a veritable bedlam of
Chirpings.
chirpings. She came and perched on her legs, others on her shoulders. Some even sat on her head. She smiled but never shooed them away. It used to be the happiest half hour of the day for her. When I decided to go abroad for further studies, I was sure my grandmother would be upset. I would be away for 5 years, and at her age, one could never tell. But my grandmother but my grandmother could. She was not even sentimental. She came to leave me at the railway station, but did not talk or show any emotion. Her lips moved in prayer. Her mind was lost in prayer. Her finger was busy telling the beads of her rosary. Silently, she kissed my forehead And when I left, I cherished the moist imprint on her as perhaps the last sign of physical contact between us. But that was not so. After 5 years, I came back home and was met by her at the station. She did not look a day older. She still had no time for words, and while she clasped me in her arms, I could hear her reciting her prayers. Even on the first day of my arrival, her happiest moments were with her sparrows, whom she fed longer with frivolous rebukes.
Rebukes. Yeah.
In evening, a change came over her. She did not pray. She collected the women of the neighborhood, got an old drum, and started to sing. For several hours, she thumped the sagging skins of the dilapidated drum and sang of the homecoming warriors.
Dilapidated. Dilapidated.
The dilapidated drums and sang of the homecoming of warriors.
Yes. Good. The last page, Rishabh, maybe. Yes, what happened, beta? Who was supposed to read? No? So many of you are there. Somebody volunteer and read, beta.
Okay, ma'am, I can read.
Yeah, please do.
We had the pursue. We had to
We
pursue
have
her to stop to avoid overstaining. That was the first time since I had known her that she did not pray. The next morning, she was taken ill. It was a mild fever, and the doctor told us that it would go. But my grandmother thought differently. She told us that end was near. She said that since only a few hours before the close of the last chapter of her life, she had omitted to pray. She was not going to waste any more time talking to us. We protested, but she ignored our protest. She lay peacefully in bed, praying and telling her beads. Even before we could suspect, her lips stopped moving, and the rosary fell from her lifeless fingers. A peaceful pallor spread on her face, and we knew that she was dead. We lifted her off the bed and, as in customary, laid her on the ground and covered her with a red shroud. After a few hours of the morning, we left her alone to make arrangements for her funeral. In the evening, we went to her room and with a crude stretcher to take her to the to be
cremation.
cremated. The sun was setting and had the sun was setting and had where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Excuse me.
The, the sun was setting and had lit her.
Mom, just a second.
No issue.
Yeah, the sun was setting and we had left her. We lit her room and Vardhana with a blaze of golden light. We stopped halfway in the courtyard, all over the veranda, and in her room, right up to where she lay dead and stiff wrapped in the red shroud. Thousands of sparrows sat scattered on the floor. There was no chirping. We felt sorry for the birds, and my mother fetched some bread for them. She broke it into little crumbs the way my grandmother used to, and threw it to them. The sparrows took no notice of the bread when we carried my grandmother's corpse off. They flew away quietly. Next morning, the sweepers swept the breadcrumbs into the dustbin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So I hope everybody has understood the chapter. At least one reading gave you a little bit of idea about it. Yes. So can just somebody, just one casual reading, because don't worry, I'm going to explain each line to you, all the words, the you can say the phrases that have been written in bold. All that I will come to. Don't worry about it. What I'm asking is one general reading and what do you understand? Can anybody tell me? Shreya, are you there, beta? Pragya, Shreya, please tell me.
Yeah.
Yes, Shreya. Why is your voice that there is some
Ma'am, maybe some network issue.
okay? So maybe Drishan, Drishan. How do you pronounce, beta? Drishan. Lakshay, why don't you speak? Are you guys there? Akshita?
You
Yeah.
said it right. It is Drishan.
Yeah, Drishan. Okay, great. So tell me, what have you understood?
Ma'am, it shows that the narrator is comparing his grandmother to his self life and
Mm-hmm.
how he compares his childhood to hers
Mm-hmm.
and uh, and physical thinking also.
Okay. And like, just if I have to ask you, like, to just to tell you that summarize it, how would you do that? Yes.
Ma'am, he has given a brief portrait of his, his
Uh,
grandmother.
okay. Yes. In fact, Kanak and Vanshika, that's a good. Yeah. Any one of you, or if you have understood, please tell me a little bit of a character sketch of the person.
Ma'am, in first paragraph it is told that ma'am, her grandmother didn't look so old and
Mm-hmm.
and that she had a husband. She didn't look like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
He was his grandmother was like a friend of him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And ma'am, when his parents went to city, they left. He and his grandmother lived
Mm-hmm.
together, and their friendship
Mm-hmm.
began.
Okay. Jayant, you have raised your hand. Would you like to add something?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, here, ma'am, we can also see, if we are talking about the grandmother, she's a little conservative on the conservative side and on the reserved side of being like the we should be like ethical and stuff because she was not approving of her studies and like
Yes.
approving of her
Yes.
singing soft
Very,
folks and all. So, like, we can say that, include that too. The
very good.
grandmother was really reserved to the culture.
Very good. So you guys, if you have a pen and a paper with you, which you should have whenever you are in the class, so just a few points which you are going to write what I'm saying, and you are going to elaborate on them and present it in the classroom. I want you to speak on it. Okay. Now write the character sketch of the grandmother. Like suppose if this is a question for you in the exam, how would you write? There are always, like now you are in 11th standard, beta, the answer that you're going to give, it will be positively a 5 marker. Suppose I give you a question, it will be a 5 marker question. Now in that, what will you do is the first part, the first paragraph that I mean, suppose for 2.5 marks, we divide into two parts. The 2.5 marks would be her physical description of the grandmother, the first part. The second part would be the personality traits. Personality traits. TRAITS. So personality traits and physical appearance. That's what ever in your entire 2 years, if they ask you question regarding the character sketch of a particular person or the protagonist of the chapter, you're going to always give the physical description and then the personality traits. Now, for the grandmother, okay, this grandmother, so Khushwant Singh's grandmother, please write the words that I'm telling you and then elaborate on it and write your own answer. Tomorrow, when we have the next class, you're going to present it. Now, the first one is the physical appearance. I'm just going to give you points. She was picture of a picture of beauty and peace. Beauty and peace. First, PEACE, beauty and peace. Second one, old, old, wrinkled, bent, fat, short. They're all there in the second page of your chapter, right at the beginning. The physical description of the grandmother is there and the second page of your book in the beginning, right? Then white hair, white clothes, just like winter landscape in the mountain. Just like winter landscape in the mountain. Just read the book, you'll find. No need of just write points. Now, coming to her personality traits, that there are more traits. You are going to find out a few of them. I'm just giving you a few of them. The first one, religious. Religious. Why is she religious and all that? Elaborate you yourself and write it. Everything will not be done in a spoon feeding manner. Okay. Make a paragraph and then write. Always, when you are writing a 5-mark question, you should write in 2 paragraphs. Okay. It should be distinctly 2 paragraphs. It should be visible. Now, religious, responsible, affectionate, caring, kind and generous, kind and generous, conservative and traditional, conservative and traditional, reserved and non-interfering, reserved and non-interfering, patient, patient with strong willpower, strong willpower. Beta, all of you, please switch on your cameras. When you're writing, let me see, are you seriously doing it? See, I'm helping you out. This I wouldn't do in a humanities class. Why? Because you guys have to do your physics, chemistry, maths. I totally understand. So that's why I'm dictating a few things to you. Otherwise, I would have just asked you that bit of do it and we'll do the presentation. Okay? Just that will be there. I'll send you the PDF as well so that it helps you out. Okay. Now, coming back to the chapter and coming back to Mr. Kushwant Singh, in fact, the author, I'm going to share another PPT with you. Just have a look. And after that, we'll go to the next one next time. Just
Excuse ma'am. Mom, the
Yes,
personality
sir.
traits we can add like she is like kind of animal lover and kind of shit. Mom, mom because
Absolutely, Vita. That's why I said that you will do the few things on your own. I have just given you a few examples. You're going to elaborate. Why did I call her religious? You're going to tell me. Tell me why. Why do I call her religious? Tell
mom
me.
because
Why?
she prays
Constantly
Because
3 to
she
4
sharing
times
deeds
per
because
day.
and going to
Yes,
yes,
temples.
every time.
yes, yes. Going to the temple, holding on to the bead, doing her prayers and all that. Very good. The similar manner, the all the points that I have given you, apart from that, I have left a few. I'm going to leave it on you and you are going to find out. Okay? Your task is not just this grandmother. After that, you're going to do a comparative study. Once you see this, see for example, but I'm just like if I say, my grandmother, even if she was very old, see, even I'm not very young. I'm like when I am in my 45, when I'm touching, my grandmother would have been close to 85 when she left the world. Now, at that age also, she was quite modern in her thought process, unlike the lady who's here, like the grandmother that we are talking about. Now, what happens is this grandmother, there are a lot of things which my grandmother was different at. Like I said, she encouraged me to read, even if she was not very educated herself. She was the one who would take all of us out. During the weekends, we would go out and enjoy our time. And she was one among us. Like when we were naughty, she was the naughtiest. Okay, we were 20 cousins. Nowadays, it is next to impossible, but we were like my father and his sisters, brothers, and all. We were a like huge bunch of kids, and my grandmother really enjoyed. She encouraged all of us to do well in life. Unlike this lady who did not want her grandchild to go abroad and all that, my grandmother was always in favor that bahar jaiye, speak karaiye, पर make some changes to your world, your own country. Learn the good things from outside, but come back to your own world. There is a later I'll give you something to write on this as well. Brain drain. Have you heard of this word? Brain drain. So most of the time, you guys, when you become engineers, IITs and all that, the first target is किसी तरह बाहर निकलते हैं, and then you never come back. So that is called brain drain. We give you the all the facilities and everything, and at the end, what we do, we just move out. So that is different topic altogether. What I'm talking about, she was quite in favor of us going abroad, studying, gaining the expertise, and coming back and contributing in the development of my country. So at that kind of old age, if somebody is so modern, so that is what I'm looking for. Was she that modern? What was the other qualities that she was good at, capable of? Now coming back to Khushwant Singh, let me just share once again. Just see this. The PPT, is it visible to all of you? Just one of you can confirm?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes. Okay.
Ma'am.
Now, yeah. Yes, you wanted to say something? Okay.
No, ma'am.
Please carry on, beta. Tell me. Feel free, beta, because it's your class. You have to, it's your platform as well.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I did not want to say anything.
Okay, never mind. It's okay. Okay, now coming back to the author, Khushwant Singh, he was born with the name Kushal Singh on 2nd February 1915, and he lived till 20th March 2014. He was an Indian novelist, lawyer, journalist, and politician. He was born and raised in Hadali, Punjab, now in Pakistan. He studied law at St. Stephen's College, Delhi, and King's College, London. After working as a lawyer in Lahore Court for 8 years, he joined the Indian Foreign Service upon the independence of India from British Empire in 1947. He was appointed journalist in the All India Radio in 1951 and then moved to the Department of Mass Communications of UNESCO at Paris in 1956. This is the gentleman. You are seeing the photograph. He is the one who's written this chapter. Very renowned, like last time also I said, the Lutyens Delhi, which is there. He has a lot of property there by virtue of being the son of Mr. Sobha Singh, like I said last time to you. He was the contractor, the builder, whatever you call, of the Lutyens Delhi. Fine.
Ma'am, is this story a real story?
Yet, but it is not a story at all. It's a complete biography of the gentleman. Okay, it's no story. It's
Ma'am,
it's
so his
factual.
parents did move out to the city.
Yes, did move on to the city. Yes, and the beginning was Hadali, like it is said. Later he came to Delhi, and with the parents moved out. He went abroad to study in London, the King's College, which is quite famous if you do a research. And that's where he started his career. He was a barrister in the beginning, like all the during the British time. If you remember or not, people used to look for being barrister or ICS, the Indian Civil Services. That time it was called, all people from India would appear for that, and he was one of them. Okay, now summary of the chapter. In this story, the author draws a pen portrait, which I gave you also now, the pen portrait of the grandmother to write upon. Now, pen portrait of his grandmother. So this particular chapter is autobiographical. Now, can anybody tell me what is autobiography? Anyone?
Ma'am, to write a biography about oneself.
Yes. You basically write about yourself, and that too written by you only. You are the person who's the author. Whereas biography is something which is written by others about you. Right? Now, coming back to the thing, the author recalls his grandmother as a very old lady with a wrinkled face. She appeared so old that it was hard for him to believe that she has once been young and pretty. Now, this is what is the thing. Like all the characteristics are there. These I don't want to read them loudly. It is like after the chapter is done, we are going to discuss. Now, coming back to the chapter, the most important thing is it talks about the three phases, you know, three phases of life of the author, Mr. Khushwant Singh. First one is in the village. The second one is in the city. The third one is while he's going abroad. And finally, when the grandmother is no more. Now, can anybody just repeat what I said? Yeah, somebody else, better, not the same people. I'm looking forward to some others who can answer. Why has somebody joined from 2772? What is this kind of a number with the no name? Okay, Aishwarya, if you are there, beta, why don't you answer? The three phases which we are talking about. Illinois is also very quiet. Why not you, beta? Shashwat, Akshay, anybody who wants to speak, please tell me. No? You muted me and watching something else. That, aha, कितनी बुरी क्लास है, अब तो मैं कुछ और देख लेता हूँ, है ना? So how many of you are? Yeah, Aishwarya, tell me. No? Akshita, what about you, beta? Why don't you answer? Beta, everybody has fun. It can't be a very monotonous and boring class where the teacher is speaking and already you will be yawning in the class looking at me. Those kind of things, why should we have? We have only 2 classes in a day. So let's be active. In fact, why do just tell me something. I know you have got lots of things to study. Yeah, Vani, why don't you answer? Yes.
Mamtha lives in the village, then he moves to the city, and then after that he goes to abroad.
When he goes abroad, to abroad, not to abroad, but just abroad. Okay. Now, one more thing. Now, how many of you, maybe 3 at least, I want 3 children to volunteer and make a good PPT about the whole chapter. Anybody who wants to volunteer? Because in the other classes, I do that. Like you can present your own thing. Yeah, Kana? Yeah. I see 2 more hands raised. Who all wants to do? Tell me, you speak on your own. Tell me who are interested. Okay, so you will be there. Vanshika will be there. Vani is there. Kanak is there. Oh, and excellent. I don't have to tell people. So combine together, three, and come up with 2 parts of it. Make a PPT kind of a thing, the way I was showing you. And even Jayant has raised his hand. So let's see who's good. Your teacher takes the cake, or I'm giving you the cake. That who takes the cake, right? And whenever we meet, 7, 8 children are there to volunteer. So we can divide the thing. Like somebody can present it on, say, character sketch of the grandmother and describe the whole thing. Somebody can do on just Khushwant Singh, and somebody can do about the 3 phases of life. So, you know the entire chapter.
Ma'am, I'll do on the 3 phases.
Excellent. So all of you just decide 3 students in each group, and then we can start off. Anybody who's remaining, the next chapter when it is done, we'll do the photograph. 1 pose, 1 poetry. That's how we go about. And one more thing which you are going to do. Anybody who understood till 10th standard the different poetic devices? Anybody? What are the poetic devices that you have commonly used?
Alliterations, and like we have used some metaphors and similes,
onomatopoeia, yes.
And hyperbole.
Hyperbole. It's called hyperbole. Always, yes. Have you heard of transferred epithet?
Oxymoron.
Oxymoron, transferred epithet. Yes, Akshita, you're raising your hand.
Antiphora.
Antiphora. Anaphora.
Imagery.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, anaphora.
Lies.
Anaphora. Yes.
Ma'am,
Have you?
enjambment also.
Yes, enjambment. Have you heard of something called synecdoche, which you generally people pronounce it synecdoche, touch, something like that, but it's actually called synecdoche. Okay, so I give you three of you the task. Anybody who wants to volunteer, take the help from the net, take the help from your books, take the help wherever it comes from, and do something on poetic devices. Now, the first task that I give you, Vanshika, are you there, beta? Yeah, is there. Vanshika, you know your classmates well. I don't know them very well. So why don't you make a group of like your class, English class? Because I'm going to share a lot of videos, some PPTs, some content, something like that. So sending on the main group is like completely blocks the group. So what I'll do is we'll have an English group. And why don't you like add all the children with their numbers? All of you, please send your numbers to her so that she can add. Once we are doing that, one by one, you can send. Then we can have a complete group of English. I'll keep sending you good write-ups, some articles which are good, like all kinds of things. And you also, if you have read something nice, and one small request, no ऐसे फालतू चीजें नहीं भेजना बेटा, no memes and all that and all kinds of nonsense, no, something relevant, something important. Don't make a fun of the entire thing. Let it be very sacrosanct, something very nice.
Mom, will this be a Teams group or a WhatsApp group? Mom, Teams will
No,
be, I guess, like
WhatsApp.
more.
No, it's a WhatsApp group where I can send content. You guys can share your thoughts, everything together. Okay, interactive group kind of a thing. Okay, so Vanshika will take the numbers from each one of you. Please do that and create the group. Vanshika, you be the means the admin, that Adam, whatever you include, and include me also as the main Adam. Okay, because I'll take some time to remember your names. And all of you, when you give your phone number, please write your names at the side. Don't give a very like my son has this habit. He'll write nostalgic roaster. He writes Eagles conquered, and then something like that, and then the teacher is out. भाई ये कौन था? So don't do that. Write your real name so that it is easier to decipher. Okay. Now, on that note, maybe today we'll wind up the class and we'll start with the complete chapter tomorrow after you present. Okay. Or maybe if you want, you can take 2 to 3 days time, and Monday maybe you can do the presentation, or else tomorrow, whichever suits you.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yes.
ma'am, in the PPT we'll be showing like the summary of what we are given, like we have to
No.
focus on that, write on that, or what?
But I will tell you. That's why I want a group also to be formed so that we all discuss those things as well. First, take up the writer. Person is Pushwan Singh. Then write the theme. Please take it down. Theme of the chapter. क्या बोलना चाहता है chapter? What is his suggestion? Exact central core of the chapter. Then comes the word meanings and all, the difficult words and all. Because the PPT should be such that if I pick it up during my examination time, मुझे इधर उधर देखने की जरूरत ना पड़े. मेरा कंटेंट रेडी है और मैंने एग्जाम के टाइम बिल्कुल लिखना ही है. That should be my task. So theme, then mood, tone of the chapter, like whether it is a sad story or it is very like happy kind of ending. What exactly it is? Mood, tone, tenor, and of course your little bit of summary, just this much. And maybe you can write about the 3 phases that are discussed about the chapter, and then you can wind up your analysis. What did you feel? See, I'm not interested because content तो पहले ही उन्होंने लिख दिया. They have already he's mentioned क्या क्या हो गया. My thing is your analysis of your chapter. It need not be perfect. No, that for that everybody else is there. Your task is to give me the real content. क्या समझे आप? आपको क्या लगा? क्यों ये चैप्टर आपको पढ़ाया गया? भाई वो बेवकूफ तो है नहीं, कितना बड़ा चैप्टर लिख दिया और सीबीएसई ने उसको इंक्लूड करा. So what do you think? Give the analysis of that. Okay, your analysis is more important than anything else, right? Chal. On that note, if you have any doubts and all, next class you're most welcome to ask. Otherwise, line by line, word by word, I'll explain the chapter. Okay?
Okay,
Yeah. And
thank
Vanchika,
you.
yeah, when my number, I will send it, Vanchika. Just in the group, when you go to your class group, my number is there. My name will be written at the side, Soni Srivastav. Okay? So take my number from there and include all the children in the English. Write English class group that whichever year you are in or something, some name to the class. Okay? Chalo, on that note, let's say bye-bye. Look after all yourself, your parents as well, family members. Chalo, good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
You, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
See